Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jay. Welcome back to my channel. So I want to go ahead and give my thoughts on this rank distribution graph for Tekken 8. So this was released a little bit over a week ago. So the data is as of February 15th, 2024. So that's like 9 days. So just like a week and 2 days ago, but still relevant nonetheless. And first and foremost, I want to say that my current rank with my highest ranked character right now is Lang Xiaoyu, and I'm currently sitting here at Flame Ruler. So I'm like really proud of this to see that I'm like in the top like 5% of players right now of Tekken 8. Like this is pretty fucking awesome. I don't know if this is like the whole population size of the game or if it's like a sample of just PC or PS5 or like a combination of both or whatever, but it is some data to go by and it is quite telling. So I'm not surprised to see that a great portion of the player base are in red ranks. I feel like red ranks is like a battle royale right now. I feel like in fact, in my experience, red ranks were the ranks that took me the longest to get out of, actually. Like it's really intense there. It's like a big battle royale. Like I don't know what is going on with that. I will say that given my experience of the game, I feel that the red rank players are players that you can say are truly like are definitely good Tekken players, like pretty solid. I would say solid Tekken players. I feel like the red rank players are players that have a great understanding of the game. I mean, not perfect, still a lot to learn, but they understand their character pretty well. They understand combos, they understand punishment. They understand whip attacks. Like they really have a good, like solid grasp of the game. Now, as far as executing everything that they know about it in a perfect way, like knowing when to sidestep, knowing all the matchups, or knowing maximum combos, there's still a lot of work to be done. Else they would be like in the like Tekken God or Lord rank or whatever. But I feel like the red ranks are truly players that are really solid at the game. And I feel like the ruler ranks are players that are not like even more solid, like just that further differentiates themselves. Like I feel like ruler rank players are above, and no, I'm not just saying this because I'm a flame ruler. Like I mean the data. Look at the data, right? I feel like ruler ranks and above are the players that are also very solid, but are like on a different plane of solid. Like they truly differentiate themselves from all the other players, honestly. Because look at these numbers. I mean, come on. Like this is like, so this rank is like the top and down is like top 5% almost, maybe a little more than 5%. And this added like another 4.26. This is like the top 10% of players. So players in these ranks and above definitely are solid and differentiate themselves. Red ranks, in my opinion, are players that are really solid at the game and really, really decent, but still have quite a bit to learn. And trust me, I'm trying to be humble in saying this because look, I mean, I want to continue to rank up. I feel like I'm getting better and getting a better handle of the game, but look, I know it'll be very easy for me to demote back into the red ranks if I'm not careful, if I'm having a bad day, or if other players in these ranks, train harder than I do, so I'm not talking as if like I can never be red rank again. But yeah, I do feel like red ranks and above, I feel like red ranks is really the level you can say are solid players, and these players differentiate themselves more. Now, so let's talk about a little bit about orange and yellow. I feel that orange and yellow are like players that are have a good understanding of the game, I guess you can say, are pretty. Oh no, not necessarily. I feel like there's a lot of matches in orange and yellow, but I feel like orange and yellow, because I feel like these are the first ranks, I believe, where you can actually get demoted. Like these ranks right here, you can't get. It's impossible to get demoted. So orange and yellow and orange, I should say, are like the ranks I feel is right where you're really learning about the game. I feel like this is like the part where, okay, you're no longer a beginner. Like you clearly have some. But it's hard to say though, because you can't get demoted in these other ranks though. That's the thing. It's like, because I feel like in Tekken 7, you could get demoted when you were in green and stuff. I feel like yellow is like the baseline now. but you could get demoted. I don't know. I forget. I'm going to say that yellow and orange ranks are players that I feel have a decent. They get the gist of the game. You know, there is still a lot of experimentation going on, but they are pretty decent, but they're not completely solid, if that makes sense. You know, I feel like in these ranks there's still a lot of trial and error, and I think this is where players are just beginning to kind of get a grasp of how the game works and knowing like what moves work, what moves don't work, what they're trying to figure out different like setups or different like strategies and how to play. They're still learning about different matchups. I feel like these players are really getting they really got the grasp of the game, and but it's still just they're not solid per se. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they have a good grasp, a good understanding, and they're doing quite well for themselves. But it still is not the same as the red ranks. Like once you get to red, I feel like the red ranks are reserved for people. I feel like a lot of legacy players are in the red ranks. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel that orange and yellow, although they are respectable, I feel like they aren't as they're still lacking a little bit as far as just the overall expertise of the game, I would say. So as far as the other ranks, so like the light blue, the green, as well as the brown and gray, I feel like these are for beginner players, and these are like you in these ranks you'll find like a lot of players that may be new to Tekken 7 and they're just experimenting, and they're a lot of mashing, but it's nothing to be ashamed of, or it's nothing to make nothing to look down on anybody. I mean, it's just a game, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this like as in like what's the word, like elitist type of mindset. Like these are people that's probably playing the game for the first time, or they're probably just playing for fun and don't really care, or they might just play Tekken 8 to play with friends and maybe do ranked every now and then. So these are people that still and this is like light blue and below. These are for people that are just having fun, and maybe some of them may be just playing just to play. They may just be button mashing, but as long as they're having fun, that's fine as well. But there's also people there that may that are new. So I would say these ranks are for like a lot of new players, as well as a lot of people that are just playing that don't care. They just want to have fun and just mash buttons. So yeah, that's how I feel about those ranks. And I feel like regardless of what your rank is, doesn't matter. Rank is definitely very telling of your skill set, your skill level, but it's just a game, you guys. So I don't want to come off as just being so like superficial with these ranks. I would say, oh yeah, let me talk about like the regular blue and above. So my philosophy, especially during Tekken 7, I feel that the blue ranks, like that's when I feel like the blue ranks are when you can say that you have a very, very solid, like a very solid why can I not think right? It's 2:17 in the morning, you guys. You guys have to go easy on me. A very solid grasp of the game, and you are truly a player that I would say is good. You know what I'm saying? I guess I said about these two as well. But no, blue ranks, of course, they further differentiate themselves from the ruler ranks. So blue ranks is like a whole new. I feel like this is the rank. I feel like this rank right here in blue. Once you get past this, I feel like these ranks right here, Tekken King and above, are when you can, you should probably play like on the pro level, or not necessarily on the pro, but at least on the competitive level. Like I would definitely consider like saying you could have a possibility of winning some tournaments every now and then. I feel like you could do that in blue too, but I feel like blue ranks are this is like the last threshold before like professional level Tekken, from what I'm saying. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like the blue ranks are really good players, very solid, good understanding, but still they're not. I don't think they're going to be as successful in the pro scene as players like in Tekken King and above. I feel like Tekken King and above, these players are really, really, really good. But yeah, so I would say I do expect this data to change in the future. I do feel like the numbers right here are like quite low, and this graph is very skewed. But I think that's only because like Tekken 8 is still new, and it's still it. Like I said in my last video, Tekken 8 still has not been out for a full month yet. It'll be a month and 2 days. So I feel like a lot of people are still trying to figure out the game. They're still learning their characters, still trying to figure out the heat system, learning different matchups. So there's definitely a lot to learn in this game because I know there's some pro players that are like really, that are clearly very good that are in the blue ranks that seem to have trouble coming out, but I know eventually they will as they get more familiar with everything. I don't think that's a matter of their skill level or anything. I think that's just a matter of the nature of a new game. Like when you're in a new game, you're going to, struggle a bit. Just not because it's not that you're not good. It's just that there's like a lot of changes and a lot to take in. And I feel like Tekken 8 does have the most drastic changes from than any other Tekken game. Especially like when compared to Tekken 7. So. Yeah, so I think that, so right now you probably would see like a lot of pro levels in the blue ranks right now, but I think as time goes on, like the next few weeks, it'll definitely shift more. I think these numbers will definitely go up higher, but like a lot of like the legacy pros will continue to be here. So yeah, so that's how I feel. Like I said, I'm honored to be right here. This makes me feel pretty good. I want to get higher. But yeah, and I would say my goal right now, I really what would make me really proud if I can get the Tekken King like within the next few months or whatever. I don't know. So back in Tekken 7, my highest rank I've ever gotten was Emperor. So here, I mean Emperor's gone now, but I guess instead of Emperor, they got the Tekken Kings at the Emperor spot. So yeah, I want to get out the blue ranks eventually, and then get the Tekken King, and I'll feel really good about myself. And then eventually, I want to get to here. You know what I'm saying? But my near goal, like my short term goal right now, I really want to get the Tekken King. I really feel like that would be like a cool accomplishment. But yeah, but that's all I have to say about this. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. What rank are you guys in? How do you feel about what each color, how that describes like the type of players in it? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay.